once we go live, we'll have Mizzou Athletic Director Jim Sterk give an opening statement about our bowl game, and then we will open it up to questions for him. Once he is done answering questions, he will introduce head coach Drinkwitz. He will give an opening statement, and then we will open it up to questions for him. So wait 1 second. All right, welcome everybody to the 2020 Mizzou Football Bowl Game press conference. Joining us tonight is Mizzou Athletics Director Jim Sterk and head coach Drinkwitz. We'll start with an opening statement from Jim and then open it up to questions. When we open it up to questions, please get your hand raised in the queue and I will call on you for questions. Go ahead, take it away.
All right, thank you. Good evening, everybody. And it's obviously down a little bit this morning after a tough loss, but the sun came up, and I just want to talk about all the things that we can be thankful for, and we've navigated this season. We've done a lot to build upon this, and we had a very unusual season, and it was very difficult to navigate. And only coach and his staff and the players could really tell you how difficult that was. But I really am excited, and the future is very bright under Coach Drinkwitz's leadership. And some of the accolades from this season: most SEC wins since 2014. 4 of our 5 losses were against teams that were ranked when we played them, and it was one of the toughest schedules in the country. And as it showed today on the selection show, we had 4 teams in the top 10. Bama was number 1, Florida 7, and Georgia number 9. We were predicted to be 6th in the East and finished 3rd behind number 7 and number 9 nationally. Ended up 6th out of the 14 schools with our winning percentage. And
already done. And they say that it would bring about 50.
Whoop. We played one of the toughest
towards education.
Another fact: only Warren Powers and Coach Drinkwitz have gone to bowls in their first year. 2 others had 5 wins: Frank Broyles and Dan Devine. So not a bad company to be associated with. We did that, and Coach did that with a lot of the times only 60 players or less being available. And we did that 6 times. And while others had 20 plus more scholarship players on the field than us. In the middle of that, last week, we signed the highest ranked Rivals ranked recruiting class in history. And I'm just really not sure why Coach Drink is tired at all. Bowl experiences, and that's what we're here to talk about tonight. And across the country, they're going to be a lot different. The experience is shortened to basically an away game, but still very excited to play a very good Iowa team in Nashville's Nissan Stadium. Look forward to the future years where we can have that full bowl experience. But as I said, the future very bright under Coach Drinkwitz, and I'm open to any questions you might have.
Okay, thank you, everyone. The first question is going to come from Gabe DeArmor from Power Mizzou. Go ahead.
Jim, a lot of fans are not very familiar with the process this year and how it differed in getting to a bowl game. Can you explain the process and your all's role in, getting to Nashville versus maybe a couple of the other bowls that were available?
So this year, the difference was normally in a normal year in the SEC, and you submit your preference to the bowl. To the conference. The conference hears from the bowls, and they try to navigate and have matchups and build those matchups and I guess try to please as many people as they can with their bowl selections and how they're placed. This year was different. Once the teams that were moved up, Citrus had first pick as they they normally do out of those teams that are not in New Year's Day bowls or in the playoff bowls. Then the teams afterward were ranked according to their winning percentage, and we're able to select bowls from that.
Next up is Peter Ball from The Athletic. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jim, with everything that's going on with the pandemic, and Eli talked yesterday just about how tired the team is right now, what's kind of the motivation at this point to, I guess, play in a bowl game?
Well, yeah, okay. Eli will answer that. He's closer to the question than I am.
Okay. Can I ask a follow-up about something else then?
Sure.
Okay. What
you lose your turn, Peter. Sorry.
Why did you like the Music City Bowl, and why did you, I guess, want to choose that over some of the other bowls on the table?
And I'll let Coach Drink talk more about that. Really, for us, it was the group of six and the Music City. We knew it was going to be a Big Ten opponent, but it was what the coaches and team wanted to do, and so they chose that. So he can give you those answers and reasons why. A few of them, it is an unusual year. As I said at the start, you don't truly get a bowl experience, and we plan on bowling a lot and have those opportunities out there to do that in the future. But I'll let Eli answer more in detail.
Dave Matter from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Go ahead, Dave.
Jim, other than what was on the release about the stadium, I think being 20% capacity, how many tickets do you expect that, or how big of a crowd do you expect you'll have as far as fans go?
It's really too early to tell, but I've gotten a lot of emails, and our folks are excited about it. A few good emails from David Nail and others in Nashville that are very, very excited, and we haven't been there for a bowl game, so excited to play there.
Soichi Terada, Kansas City Star. Go ahead.
Hey Jim, I know you've talked about this before, but I know you have a relationship with Iowa's AD, Gary Barta. I was just curious if you've had communication with him throughout the day, and as you guys are kind of getting this bowl together.
No, but actually, relationship with Kurt Ferentz goes even longer. I was at Maine when we hired him as head football coach there, so that was a long time ago in the 80s. So it's it'll be good to see him. And Gary, I've known, he was at Washington as an associate AD, and so I've known Gary a long time as well, but good folks.
Max Baker from the Columbia Missourian. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just wondering if you could touch on some of like the financial aspects of it, and if Missouri had decided like not to play in a bowl game, would the athletic department, sort of supported that, the players, if they had said we don't want to play?
So the financial, it's basically, we had to, was it about a week ago, I think, sign a form from the president on down, and Eli signing it, basically that we were available to play in a bowl with the SEC, and so that was done, and that's, Eli can answer that question as far as the players and their excitement to play.
Ben Hockman, St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Go ahead.
Hey, Jim. I wanted to actually ask you about a particular football player. Larry Roundtree's been here, basically since you got here within a year. You saw him in the bowl game a couple years ago. You've seen him evolve as a player, as a young man, as a leader. Can you just kind of share some of your own opinions about what makes Larry Roundtree Larry Roundtree?
Ooh, Coach Drink knows him better, but just,
I'll ask him too.
Yeah. He's someone that shows up every day, and really loves the game of football. And you can see that by the way he plays. He was probably ticked at the coaches for taking him out towards the end of the game, last night. So I would imagine that, but he's that kind of guy and loves to play the game, and excited to showcase him against Iowa in this bowl.
Yeah.
All right, and this will be the last question for Mr. Sterk. So after we finish up the question, go ahead and Coach Drinkwitz. They'll come from Eric Blum. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Jim, I was actually going to ask you about your time at Iowa with Kirk. Were they in the Colonial at the time and in the FCS? And how has your relationship kind of or friendship with him kind of grown since, I guess that would be the early 90s then?
He had to put up with me then. I was mainly the ticket guy at Maine when he was hired at Maine, and I didn't know him at Maine, but he had come from Hayden Fry's staff. He has a long history there. Have kept up with him over the years. We're not that close, but just it's something when you're in an I don't want to say outpost, but we're up in if you drive past Orono, Maine, you drive off the end of the world, or of the earth. It's up there in the Aroostook County, so it's a long ways up there. So formed a good bond, but something that I respect the heck out of his work and what he's done over the years. Okay, all right. Now you can grill him with all the good questions, but really proud to introduce Coach Eli Drinkwitz and just as I said before, just the job that he's done has been outstanding and navigating all of this. We were picked a lot less as far as success, and we brought excitement. Obviously, didn't win this last one, but we want to win the last one that'll last for till next year. So with that, I'll turn it over to Eli.
Yeah, just excited about an opportunity. Anytime you get to extend the season, our seniors have earned an opportunity for us to continue to play a great opponent, Iowa, 6-2, 16 on the season, in an NFL stadium in a great city like Nashville. Get to stay at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel, which my daughters are very excited about. They've already told me we've got indoor ice skating, we got snow tubing. So what an awesome deal. Another positive for us in this is our guys are going to get a chance to go be home with their families for the holidays, come back, play a game, and they're going to get be home with them again for New Year's. So this game fit perfectly in the window and opportunity that we wanted for us as a team in order to maximize the opportunity to play, but also give our guys an opportunity to be at home and see their families. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Thank you, Coach. First question is going to come also from Gabe Diamond, Mizzou. Go ahead, Gabe.
Eli, you talked a little about the reasons, but what was the process? I mean, did you go to the guys for input on, hey, where do you want to play, or how'd that go?
No, we just looked at the calendar and made a decision based on what we felt like was in the best interest of our program competing. Moving forward, we knew we were going to get matched up against a great Big Ten opponent. We knew we were going to get to be in a city like Nashville, which is central locale to what most of our players' families are going to be. And we knew that we were going to be able to go home for Christmas and be home for New Year's. And so when you wrap all of those things together, just made the perfect sense. These guys are going to get great bowl gifts. They're going to get a great opportunity to stay at a great hotel and compete against a very good team. So that's really what the bowl experience is about. We're not going to have the opportunity to go down there for weeks and participate in all those activities. So you had to make the most of the opportunity and make the most of the decision. And we felt like this was the best decision and best interest of our program.
Ben Arnett from KMU is up next. Go ahead, Ben.
Hey, Coach, Jim kind of alluded to the commitment level of this team in playing this game. How badly does this group want to get another win and finish over 500 with this opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, I think our guys, I had a great conversation with our seniors tonight and our whole team. We want to continue to play. We want to continue to fight and earn respect. We want to continue to put a good product on the field. We've been, like Jim said, we've been under 66 times this year. So we're going to have some adversity in this game, but it's an opportunity for us to continue to play and compete. And we're excited to do that.
Peter Ball from The Athletic, go ahead.
Yeah, Eli, I guess what's just the level of concern with having enough guys to be able to safely pull this game off?
You got a black eye, Peter?
I got a bug bite under my eye. It's very annoying.
All right. I mean, we got to follow protocols, no different than we have been since we started, on July 15th and even prior when these guys came back voluntary June 6th. So we're going to have to follow protocols. We're going to have to wear masks and practice social distancing while we're traveling. But that's, that's what we've been doing for a long time. I lose a little bit of my hair every time we take a test. We took another test today, and won't know results till tomorrow. But we will never put our players in harm's way, or if we felt like it wasn't safe, we wouldn't participate. But I don't have those concerns right now.
Ben Hockman, St. Louis Post-Dispatch, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, if I may ask you 2 questions about Larry Roundtree, please. One, when you heard that he was definitely going to play in this bowl game, he put it on Twitter, so we know he is. What was your reaction?
Well, first, my reaction was excitement and thankfulness, and not really surprised. No, he loves the game. No, he's committed to this team. He shows up every day to practice, to work, and gives us everything he's got, and he's still got more in the tank.
And for me, just from my little vantage point, like, he's a treat to watch. He's so hard to tackle, and just talking to his teammates over the course of the year, everyone speaks so highly of him. If you don't mind, just kind of sharing your emotions about this man who's left an imprint on the program.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the first guys that really welcomed me in as the head coach, and was voted a captain. We meet once a week. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always asking how I'm doing. He always pats me on the back. He always gives me a hug. He's a tremendous joy to be around. He's got tremendous work ethic, and no matter what he chooses to do in life, he's going to be successful because of the character and determination and grit that he's shown. I'm extremely proud of him.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach.
Eric Blum, Columbia Daily Tribune, go ahead.
Eli, I was wondering what the conversation was like with Larry Borum. I know he put on social media he was going to go to the draft in 2021. Do you expect him to play in the bowl game first off? Because that's technically not losing any eligibility, or just what were those conversations like with him?
Yeah, Larry and I met this morning, and everybody's got a journey and a path they want to be on, and we encourage everybody to chase 2 dreams: a life with football and a life outside of football. And Larry's an incredibly talented young man. In his mind, it was the right opportunity and the right time for him to pursue his dream of being an NFL player. And we wish him all the best and all the success, and we're going to support him in every way we can. And he's choosing to do that now. He's already headed back to home and is going to start training at home, so he will not participate in the bowl game. But we're so excited to watch his future and watch him go out and get his opportunity to play in the NFL. And we're excited to welcome him back whenever. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger, and we know he'll be back when he can.
Dave Matter, St. Louis Post-Dispatch, go ahead.
Eli, any quick thoughts on Iowa? Just probably haven't looked at them too much yet. And then will you have kind of any normal practice week once guys get back here, or will it be kind of shortened?
So, just initial thoughts on Iowa. They're a very talented defense. One of the Big Ten coaches that I know that I've tried to get a hold of said it was the best defensive front they played all year. Know that they're very fundamentally sound. Coach Ferentz is going to be committed to running the football, stopping the run, and playing good defense. Solid special teams. So it's going to be a very difficult opponent, much in the mold of what we've seen every game in the SEC. The second question was
practices. Will you have a normal week of practice?
Yeah. So we'll get our normal scheduled week where we get a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then play routine. So we'll get our normal practice periods. Our coaches are game planning tonight and tomorrow, and we'll have an initial game plan with those for our guys. And then when they get back, we'll have a normal, what would be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday game week.
Mitch 40 from Power Mizzou, go ahead.
Eli, Jim said basically, with a lot of the activities surrounding bowl games not happening, this is kind of the schedule of like a typical away game. I guess, how does this game different? How does it still kind of serve as a reward for players even this season?
Well, one, we get to stay in the Gaylord Opryland Hotel instead of that wonderful Hilton Garden Inn that we stayed at in Tupelo last night. So that's going to be a step up. no offense to the Hilton Garden Inn. But that's going to be an awesome opportunity. We obviously get bowl gifts and we get recognition. We get bowl gear. The guys are getting travel per diem to go to and from while they travel home and away. So there's a lot of rewards. There's a lot of things. Obviously, you get a nationally televised game versus a quality opponent. You get to extend your season. And you got to remember, when this thing started, it was started by players saying, let us play, let us play, let us play. And our team still wants to play. We still want to play, and we're excited about it. And we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to represent this university in this state, and obviously in a regional opponent. I mean, I think that's what's so awesome about it. Is you're playing Iowa, in Nashville. I mean, that's pretty good.
Jack Silva from the Maneater, go ahead.
Eli, I was wondering if you had any update on some of the guys who missed the Mississippi State game, like Jalen Knox, Jarvis Ware, Terry Gillespie, if they could possibly make the bowl game.
I think that's probably a better question for the Tuesday of bowl week. I should have more of an update then, but I don't now. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Owen our trainer saw him today, and there's not going to be really an update there until we get more into that game week.
Randy Carricker, go ahead.
Eli, you talked about the value for the players. In a normal year, obviously, as a program, you also get that extra week of practice. But just in terms of playing in the game, being on national TV, can you talk about what sort of value a bowl game brings to a program?
Yeah, I think the prestige of playing in a bowl game, specifically the Music City Bowl, that's recognized by recruits. They're going to be sitting around on December watching that, flipping through the channels, and that Mizzou logo is going to be on there in an NFL stadium. And I think anytime you can be, out there doing something, playing the game, that's going to represent well with recruiting. Again, at a great city that we recruit, in the footprint that we recruit. So any exposure is good exposure, right?
Next up is Colin O'Brien, Jeff City News Tribune. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, I know this is a decision for the players and not for you, but do you know yet if anyone who has said they will play of those group of seniors or anyone who has said they will not play yet other than the two guys that have?
Two guys? Oh, yeah. Larry
playing,
Roundtree.
Larry not.
Yeah, Larry Roundtree said he's going to play. Obviously, Larry's decided to continue his career in the NFL, and we're so excited for him. Have not had final conversations on that with everybody. We were meeting with them today and having conversations to see who all wants to play and if there was anybody that didn't want to play. But I anticipate outside of COVID-related issues, we'll have a good participation.
Max Baker from the Missourian, go ahead.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off of that, when's like the day you have to submit your roster for, I guess you would normally submit it to the SEC, but for the bowl game, and do the players that, have to opt out, or if they decide they don't want to play in the bowl game, can they be listed on that roster?
I don't know. So we signed a deal, so we're playing in a bowl game. So I guess that's when we submitted our roster, and we're going to take whoever wants to get on that plane with us, go play.
Luigi Terada, Kansas City Star.
Hey, Eli, I was just wondering, when are you guys testing in the lead up of the game, especially with guys going home and all of that kind of logistical stuff?
I was going to be a smart aleck, but I'm not going to. We tested today. We'll test the day they return, and then we'll follow up with 3 straight days of PCR testing and a rapid antigen test just to ensure, and then on site. So we'll make sure that everybody's safe and following protocols and make sure there's no adverse risks to anybody involved on the trip or anybody in the game.
Okay, we got 2 more questions in the queue. We'll finish it up with these last 2. First up, Eric Blum, Columbia Daily Tribune. Go ahead.
Hey, Eli, is there anything that the program would lose from just kind of not having a normal type of bowl game? It's kind of just more of a road game. Usually there's the whole process kind of happens the week of. I know you've been through it a few times. Is there anything just you can make up in those couple of days, or is it just you would treat it as a normal road game for the program as of now?
No, I mean, it's going to be a celebration. I mean, it's a celebration, and we're going to make sure that our guys enjoy our opportunity to go to a great city, a great American city, Nashville. We're going to make sure that our guys enjoy our time while we're here, and in preparation for that. I think the only difference is that we're going to come back on the night of Christmas. Normally, you would all meet up in Nashville on the night of Christmas to get ready for that. Instead, we're meeting up here and practicing 2 days here and then practicing 2 days there. But no, we're not going to treat it like another game. We're going to treat it like what it is, a bowl game. And our goal is to win the SEC East and a bowl game with class integrity and academic excellence. We obviously fell short of the SEC goal, but we still want to win a bowl game. And we've demonstrated class with our off the field actions, the way we as a team represented ourselves, the way we've been committed to our community. We've acted with integrity throughout the season, with the way we've conducted ourselves in recruiting, the way we've conducted ourselves in the classroom, the way we've conducted ourselves on the field. And then, academic excellence. We're finishing up a semester, and we feel very strongly about how we're going to finish in that semester. And so we've done 3 of the 4. Now let's finish up and finish a bowl game. And that was my message to our team. So we still got a stated goal out there that we can accomplish, and that's what we're shooting to do.
All right, our final question tonight comes from Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Radio. Go ahead, Bill.
Thank you. Eli, did the SEC get shorted with Texas A&M not getting in the college football playoff?
Well, we play the best conference. We play in the best conference in college football. We played an all SEC schedule, which the national media has begged for us to do continuously. We did it. I think Texas A&M's got a strong football team that lost a road game, to Alabama, but proves that they continue to improve each and every week. I'm not in there. I'm not exactly sure how it's all decided. I really don't think it's going to be right if Clemson and Notre Dame play a third time, so, it's not a best of 3 series, but maybe they felt different. I don't know, but we'll see. I do think Texas A&M is a fine football team, and I think they do a great job. Coach Fisher does a tremendous job. Coach Elko, their defensive coordinator, does a tremendous job. Former Mizzou O-line coach Josh Henson's their O-line coach. I know he does a tremendous job down there. So I know they got good players, but I wasn't in that room, so I don't really know.
Okay, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.